Hello, hello, hello. Good morning, good morning, good morning, good afternoon to my tribe. Those of you who are out there on a weekly basis connecting with me, I am so glad to be here today to connect with you. I'm excited that we are continuing in our February's theme, Love the Fight, Own Your Victory. Today's topic is Believe Big. Yeah, believe big. I know some of you may be struggling with believing right now. You're distracted by things going on in your life, things going on in the world, things just going on and trying to steal your joy. But I am here today to remind you, you've got to shift your focus. You got to shift your focus. Right? And when you take your mind off of you and your circumstances and see how you can be of service to somebody to make a difference in the community, in your home, wherever you are, it makes a difference, right? And what I'm doing, I believe this is an act of service. I love to serve. I love to add value and to help people to see in themselves that they don't see otherwise. And that's the work that I love to do. You know, when people come to me for coaching, they've identified some things in some areas that they're struggling with. And my goal is to collaborate with them, is to partner with them to help them see it correctly. Because if you're in the frame, you can't see the picture. So I help people to do that. And today I want to help you to see really big. Not just see, but believe big, right? Because when we believe big, we've got to do bold things. We've got to make bold steps. And I know there may be distractions in your life that's causing you to say, nope, don't do that. But here's the thing. If you don't make bold move as you're believing big, you'll be still at the same place you are today that you were yesterday. And you will be in a year, 6 months, in a year, 2 years down the line. So today, I'm just want to teach today. What does believing big looks like? It's saying that faith alone can't cut it. Won't do it. You've got to marry action with faith. Faith alone won't do it. You can't just hope. You can't just wish. You can't just pray. Yes, you do all of those. You got to do all of those in the beginning. But you can't stop there. You've got to add action in the mix. Here's the thing. There are 3 power moves that I want you to take away from this talk. And there are 3 questions that I'm going to ask for you to spend some time with and answer for yourself. And as you answer it, I need you to put in the comments, moving boldly. I'm taking bold action, something with bold in it. Because we have got to know that we've got to move. If we're believing big, and that's the goal for today, is to believe big. Faith allows us to see what's impossible. But action causes us to turn what looked as impossible into what's possible. So the 3 power move is this. Number 1, faith is the vision. Action is the vehicle. Faith is the vision. Action is the vehicle. So vehicle, many of you who drive, you know when you get into that vehicle, you've got to do certain things in order for you to move. You can't just sit in the seat and believe that the car is going to get to where you want to go. You got to move it out of park into drive and then move. And you got to have directions. You got to have your GPS if you don't know where you're going. But if you know where you're going, then once you take it out of park, you can move forward. So faith is the vision, but action is the vehicle. And as we look at action and faith, the question that I want you to answer is, what one area in your life you have been believing and believing and believing, but you have not taken any action? It's time to move. If you're believing big, it is time to move. You've got to take bold move. And faith, along with courage, help you to turn what seems impossible, what looks impossible over there, into something that is possible by you taking action. That's power move number 1. Power move number 2 is small step, big power. Small step, big power. Dr. Martin Luther King says, you don't need to see the whole staircase before you take the first step. What first step do you need to take today? That's the second question. What's that one bold step you can take to move the needle in the direction of the outcome that you want in your relationship, the outcome that you want in your work, the outcome that you want and in your dream, your legacy building? What is it that you want? And what's that one bold step that you can take in the direction of that thing that you want? Remember, small step, big power. Small step, big power. Small step, big power. You've got to take that step. No matter how small you think, no matter how scary you think it is. Hi, Vanessa. No matter how shaky you think it is, you've got to take that one bold step. So that's power move number 2. So power move number 3, we got to speak it. We got to move on it. Then we can own it. Here's the thing. We have declared a thing. We have declared our victory. But if you don't make a move, that victory will not be realized. You've got to take action. Action is the cure for procrastination. Action is the cure for what you see on the horizon, what looks impossible. But in order for it to become possible, where you can see it, feel it, touch it, and experience it, you have got to move. You've got to not just believe big. You got to hang on to faith, pick up a little courage, tie it in a bundle, and move. Yeah. You got to get all the pieces of the things you need. You need faith. You need courage, but you also need action. It is important that in order for us to see what we believe in God for, what we believe in, what we want out of our life, the future we see, the legacy we see down the line, the vision that we have. Remember, faith is the vision, but action is the vehicle. So you can have a vision all you want, but if you're not putting some pedal to the metal, you won't see it happen. And it is time for you and I to keep pressing, and consistent action builds momentum. Consistent action gets you moving further down the road. It is so important that we understand faith is that power action that we need. Faith is the action with power, because it won't happen if you don't move. I need you to type in the chat, I move boldly, and tell me, what are you moving boldly on? Because we cannot just stop at believing big. We cannot just stop at having faith for vision. We've got to have some action behind it. What action steps are you taking? What action steps are you making? Are you fumbling? Do you need a coach? Do you need someone to come alongside you and say, hey sis, pivot. Hey sis, you got to make a right turn. You got to make a left up the road there. Because when you're in the frame, you cannot see the picture. And if we are going to love the fight and own our victory, we've got to know that action is needed. Not just whimsical action. You got to have consistent action every day. Just like how I am here every week in front of you, dropping nuggets and sharing things that my clients are going through, that some of you shared with me. We've got to be consistent. There was a time that I was so scared about coming in front of this camera, and now I feel so comfortable. I remember when I used to say I can't write because I was told that I write like I talk. Yes, I've written my first book, and there are more books in me to write, and that's coming. However, if I didn't take the action of starting to write, the book would have never happened. And I'm so glad my books say, free me from me. I had to free myself from myself in order to experience that big dream that I had to be an author. I used to say I can't write, but we've got to watch the words we say out of our mouths. So if we're declaring the wrong things, we're going to experience the wrong thing. So I started declaring I am a writer, I'm an author, and started envisioning what that would look like. And my main reason for writing my book is three reasons. One, to give honor to the woman who raised me, my grandmother, because I learned a lot from her. Her principles, the things she stood on to get her through those hard places caused me to believe big and know that it is possible even when I couldn't see how. So I gave homage to her in my book. Right? The next thing is I wanted my kids and my grandkids and whoever is in my family bloodline down the line that come after me would know how I handle stuff. What I did. How did I believe big and what did I do about it? What action steps I took. So they have a little footprint. They may not do it exactly how I did it, but they will have a footprint to know that they can't give up. Even if you're crying, you got to push through it. You take your tissue, you dab your eyes, and you keep moving forward. You own your feelings. You understand that there's pain involved, but in the pain is your purpose. You got to push through. So believing big is not just to believe. It's to have that faith and tied with courage and to take action even though you're scared. Yeah. Yeah. And writing my book is to show people that it is possible. Yeah. I didn't think it was possible because of what I was told. We need to stop listening to what other people are saying about us and tap into us and look within. I had to look within me and identify what I still had left on the inside when life. Look within. Your power is in there. Your vision is in there. But action is the vehicle to drive. You've got to take the car out of park and drive. You cannot just have that big vision. You've got to put some action around it. Let me know how you're doing it. Let me know if you need help to make it a reality, to create a way, a step, roadmaps to turn what looks impossible and make it possible. Because if you look at the word impossible and kind of squeeze the M and the P apart, it says I am possible. Do you believe that? You have what you need within you on the inside of you. You have got to move from hoping. You got to move from praying. You got to move from wishing into action. It's okay to hope. It's okay to pray. It's okay to wish, but you've got to move the needle with action. I am your coach. I am your sister. And I stopped by here to look within, to share with you, to look within you so you can see the resilient person on the inside of you waiting to come up. As the saying goes, in the acorn is an oak tree. Do you know what you have on the inside of you? Believe big, but you've got to own it. You've got to take action in order for it to happen. That's all I came to share with you today. If there's something else you want to share with me, I'll be happy to hear it. DM me, reach out to me, and let me join you on the journey to make what you think is impossible possible. When we surround ourselves with community and resources and help, we can push through. When we're isolated, when we're alone, it gets heavy, it gets hard. I want you to know you're not alone. As your coach, I come alongside you, partner with you, and hold the space for you until you can believe, until you can take the car out park and move it. That's what I do. I'm here to add value, to help you to see no judgment, but to give you honest feedback to help you to see the forest from the trees. I am your coach. I am your sister. And I look forward to hearing the things you're moving boldly on. Have a great day, and may God bless you.